Okay, so before we get started, small disclaimer, on your video, it looks like this red row button up here is blinking no matter what I push, but that's literally just the video. It's not actually blinking. It's solid in real life. It's just detecting different on the video. So there's that. I just want to clear that up real quick. But this is the video switcher. You do a lot of different things here. There's a lot of different features. This screen down here is a display screen, and it's the same as the one that's on the wall. So I'm seeing what you're seeing, and you can see it in a smaller version down there if you need to, if it's more comfortable, if you get tired of looking up. The green row is preview, okay? The green row is preview, and the red row is program. So what you're going to do is you are going to look at different cameras in preview, and once the camera is in the right shot, you're going to take the camera into program. Now this is pretty slow. This is the slow way to do it, and this is for when we do special effects and balancing things in the middle, and usually we do that with the motion backgrounds during worship. That's usually when we'll do that. But for the most part, you have these two buttons, cut and auto. And so what you're going to do is you take camera 1 down here in the preview, and you'll cut to camera 1, and then you'll say you want 7, which is the background. Usually you would use 2. 2's off right now. You get 2, and you would use the cut button, and you go back and forth. Or auto, which is a nice dissolve. It's nice, clean, it's quick, it's pretty good, so you can keep using those during worship. If the songs are faster, you want to keep going faster. If the songs are slower, you want to go slower. The very important thing, though, for the video switcher is to be paying attention to what is on all of these screens here, because your mission is to not take anything that should not go up on the screen. And things that should not go up on the screen are camera shots that are moving, camera shots that are not set up yet, camera shots that have the wrong color to them. We've talked about, or we're going to talk about, that your job is to adjust the lighting in color 2 in camera 2, and you can tell the camera 1 and 3 if his lighting is off. These are all different things that you need to do that encase this job, is paying attention to what's going on the screen and when. There's lots of different things. Don't take shots with a lot of blue chairs in them. Don't take shots where you only see half of a person on the side. If a person is falling in and out of the side screen, don't take that shot. Have the camera person reposition the shot, or if you're doing camera 1 and 3, reposition the shot so you just have people in the frames. You don't want people halfway cut off, or somebody's arm or hand hanging in and out of the frame. Now during worship, the color is allowed to be a little creative, a little moody, or whatever you want to call it. That's okay. But during the sermon, we do want the color to be correct. A, we want it to all match across the cameras, and B, we want it to be the most realistic. So if that means you have to stand up and take a look to figure out the right shirt of this person who's speaking, go for it. Don't be afraid to do that. That's totally fine. Just make sure you pay attention, and whoever's on camera knows they need to continue following the camera shot. That's also very important, is when someone is moving the camera, or someone's walking on stage, that you are making sure that that person on the camera shot is paying attention, and you're ready to take another shot that has the speaker in it, so that we never lose him off camera. We never want to lose the pastor or whoever is doing announcements, or whoever is on stage. We never want to lose them off camera. That's very bad. So let's talk about a little of these buttons. These buttons over here is you'll be able to see picture-in-picture 1 is what it does is I can select which one of these sources I want to be picture-in-picture 1, and it will overlay that over top of the program shot. To make it go away, you hit the same button twice. Picture-in-picture 2, it puts it up, and then it takes it down. And you can't really see it because that box, picture-in-picture 2 is a, if I remember correctly, yeah. See, picture-in-picture 2 is this little sliver of a camera shot over top of whatever other camera shot you're using, and it's specifically camera 1. So I can preset those. We don't use those now, but if you accidentally hit one, it's pretty simple. You just hit the button again, and then it goes away, and the light will tell you. DSK is the same type of thing. Right now it's in this weird setting where it's taking some outline shot of camera 7, but those are all things that I can adjust, and if we end up using it, we use it, but right now we don't. But you should know that if you accidentally hit any of these buttons over here, you just hit it again, and it makes it go away. So let's say you're on camera 3, and let's put camera 7 in the preview. So you can hit this, and it will do this white thingy. You guys see that? You see that in the It'll do that to the camera shot. If you really, let's try to keep those to a minimum. I mean, it's a cool effect, and if you want to do that, like when we're switching from an announcements to, or slides to a speaker, or from a speaker to slides, that's okay. But let's not do a ton of those, because it's not really a real thing. It's just a feature we happen to have. But again, you'll just hit mix to go back to the normal thing, which is much cleaner and is much better to use. This background key, if you accidentally hit this, what it does is it will take a shot and it superimposes whatever you've picked as the background shot over top of it. And that's harsh when you get stuck in that mode. So all you have to do is switch back to background, and it does that, and then it will stop. It will stop doing the other thing, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, and then you'll need to turn that one off too. So basically, the biggest thing to know when you're troubleshooting issues with the video switcher is if you hit it once, you can probably just hit it again to make the problem go away, which I think is my most favorite feature out of everything. These buttons up here, don't be too concerned about those. Those are for programming these different keying and picture 1, picture 2, and DSK on and off. And for different things like that, these dials you use to work through the menu button. It would be better if you guys didn't change any of the menu settings on here, just because we can change them, we can change it back. It's not that difficult, but it does take some time, and we don't really have a lot of time usually. And the setup is good. What we have going on here is really good, and we can program, as you can see, we can program up to 24 cameras, and you hit the shift button and you'll get those second set of numbers. But for now, we're using the larger numbers, which correspond with these numbers up here, 1, 2, 3. We have camera 4 from time to time. This is 7 and this is 8. I'll either say take ProPresenter or take 8, and that's okay. If I'm saying that, usually that can be a hard take, and you just hit the ProPresenter 8 in the red row. Don't worry about that. Camera shots, let's not dance like that. Use the auto button, or the important thing is to think before you take a shot, and use the cut button, because it forces you to think and to look and to focus. So that's good. A lot of times the video switcher person ends up also doing camera 1 and 3. Don't be frustrated, don't be worried. It happens to all of us, and once you get into the rhythm of it, you'll get it. That's why you should watch the videos for both of them before you come in, and that will help you with that. So it's pretty cool. I personally really enjoy doing the video switcher. I am usually doing other stuff, but I like doing the video switcher. I think it's cool. So I hope you guys enjoy.